All right, so theoretically I am live. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Lauren, the film student extraordinaire, and today it is the last day of January, which means it's time for my monthly recap video, in which I recap what I did this month, what I listened to, and what I watched. It's a great time. Now, it has been one kind of a month, I'll have you say. Like, I don't think that's actually saying I'll have you say. I'll have you know, whatever. Anyways. It has been a crazy month. Somehow it's already the end of the first month of 2021, and that's kind of whack. Also, I was about to take a sip of my lemonade, but then I remembered that I actually used it up, and for some reason I just didn't put it in the trash yet. So that's what that little reach was. Anyways, got my notebook, so we're just gonna get right to it. So as far as events go, the biggest thing probably that happened this month, other than starting at my classes again, was that I finished my internship with Samsung. That happened and ended, I guess, 2 weeks ago, and ended on the 15th, basically 2 weeks ago, of January. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was bummed about it. I mean, it had been a wonderful experience, so I was a little sad, that it was ending, but I'm just still so grateful for the opportunity and everything. And what made it a little sweeter was the fact that I interviewed with and got a new summer offer with Madison Square Garden Entertainment, hopefully in LA. So that's like very exciting. And it just makes me feel like I'm really on, the right track going forwards in my life. Also, if I look out the window and smile, it's because it's snowing, and that makes me happy. Even though they literally already canceled like in-person classes for tomorrow and closed down the US campuses. Of course, I have online classes, so they're not canceled, but I just want to know if the dining hall and the food court are going to be open. Like, those are the real questions. So hopefully they'll like post about that on the, their Instagram before I decide what I'm doing for lunch tomorrow. Anywho, back to events. So yes, offer Samsung ended. Okay, yeah. So now I'm coming back to the spring semester. So in case you've missed any of my other classes, any of my other videos where I talked about what class I'm taking 5 classes. I'm taking 3 film ones, screenwriting 2, BFA junior directing projects, and a writing intensive film study class, which is all about the films of Martin Scorsese. And then I'm taking 2 business classes, which are also both honors classes, so I can finish my honors requirements and my business requirements in one go, baby. And those classes are honors business society ethics and honors digital systems, which is a management information systems class. So basically, at the end of this year, the only thing I'll technically need to graduate to finish up my film classes and take 2 gen eds, which should be pretty easy to do. I am planning on taking probably at least one other business class, but now I just have all that flexibility where I don't need to take any other classes, and all that stuff, like all those requirements are done. And that is just really exciting to think that literally at the end of this semester, like I'll have my business minor. Like that makes me feel really proud of myself. And I'll be definitely graduating like as an honors student. So I'm just very proud of that fact. I mean, I know it's not like the semester's over yet, but it just makes me really happy. So that's very encouraging. And it does get me just like revved up for the class I'm taking and for the semester. I also resumed my old tutoring job, tutoring student athletes on campus. So that's been nice. It's only really been a week so far of that starting up again because it starts a little later into the semester, just so everyone kind of has their feet on the ground and everything. And yeah, I'm not working as many hours as I interned last semester, but I think that's honestly fine because, it was a ton of screen time, and this semester I'm already preparing to shoot my junior film, which is also an exciting thing that's going to be happening this semester. So I've already started like prepping that. I'm casting for it right now. So I know later on the semester, I'm going to be really happy that I have those extra hours to be working on my film, as well as I am trying really hard to get 2 videos out a week, which I'm already like, that was probably a bad idea, but we're going to try. So having a few extra hours just add more flexibility to my schedule overall. So hopefully I can keep making content as well. Anything else? Oh yes, I have one more event that happened really this month. That is my high school does this thing called Grads Return, which is usually in the fall, like around winter break when college students come back, and we talk to high school students about our experiences in college and a whole bunch of different topics like working on campus, jobs and internships, fraternity sororities, like Greek life, transitioning to college, mental health on college campuses, relationships, and then there's like panels for every type of major. So I was on the visual arts and fine arts panel, and that was just really nice. It's funny because like I used to know a couple people back at school or my high school who would be at these panels, but now like everyone I knew, like they've graduated, except for I guess like the freshmen, but like I wouldn't have known them. So it was a little weird. I mean, it was a little weird in the sense that I no longer could like recognize anyone, but it does feel nice to kind of give back and answer questions about, being a film student or being an arts student at a big university, being in a city school. So it just was a really rewarding and fulfilling thing. And yeah, that's just very nice. Then onto the movies. Now, I actually watched a ton of movies this month, like for the first time, or for the first time in a really, really long time. Because I do watch a decent amount of films, but sometimes it feels like I'm watching a lot that I've already seen, and I don't really reference those in these videos. But also because class has started, I watched like a ton of stuff for class already. And I actually need to watch another movie like this evening, tonight, but I haven't watched it yet, so I'll mention it, but it won't be like in the video in the same way. So I have watched Mean Streets, which is a Martin Scorsese, Italian American, which is also Martin Scorsese. You might be like, this is the Martin Scorsese class. I'm literally watching a ton. Like the movie I have to watch tonight, Taxi Driver, also Scorsese. I've watched at least 1 to 2 of his films a week now for the rest of the semester. So that's fun. Then I watched a documentary about Waldo Salt, a screenwriter, and he wrote Midnight Cowboy. I think that's like his biggest film. He also wrote a bunch of horrible pieces, but he's also very famous. I had never heard of him though, to be honest, but like in the screenwriting world, he's very famous. So I guess it's a good thing that I learned about him. That was from my screenwriting class. Then I watched Rebecca. I think we watched that maybe on New Year's Eve, but I'm counting it as a New Year's movie. Oh, I just remembered to watch Sylvie's Love. I didn't write that down, but I watched that too. That was very sweet, though I was kind of annoyed with the man. I don't remember his name. Then I watched the Guernsey reading. I think it's literary, not reading. I don't know why we're reading though. The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, which I watched that with my sister. I was kind of in a bummy mood, and we're like, this looks like a fun little movie. It was kind of actually sad, but really good, and it was funny. But it wasn't as funny as the name suggested. Like I thought it was like a whole comedy, but really good movie. Definitely recommend. I also watched The Truman Show, which is not the first time I'd seen it, but I haven't seen it since like 7th grade. So it had definitely been a long time, and I did not remember everything. That's such a good movie, though it does make you be like, are there cameras everywhere watching me? Am I in the Matrix? Like it's that kind of film. I also watched Elephant, which was really sad actually, and it kind of made me feel like physically ill at the end. I had to watch that for class. Otherwise I wouldn't watch it because it's based off it's like inspired, I guess, by like the Columbine shooting. So very depressing. And yeah, but I did technically watch it this month, so it's going in the month watches. But if you're not in the mood for like something that's going to leave you feeling ill, don't watch it. On a more lighthearted note, I did also watch Dick Johnson is Dead, which is a documentary, but it's really it's a funny documentary, but it's really moving. It's about the director. It's about her father, and like he's losing his memory, and I'm not sure if he has Alzheimer's. I know her mother had it, but he's like getting older and losing his memory a bit. So that's kind of sad, but it's really more about like all the stuff he did and how much everyone like loved him, and it's really sweet. So that is a nice thing that I do recommend watching. A ton of these are on Netflix. Now that I have Netflix, I watch stuff on Netflix. Oh, I also watched a movie. Oh my God, I don't remember what it was called. It was a documentary, and it was about the rise of like cocaine in the 80s and like the bad stuff it did. That was also on Netflix, but I don't remember what it was called. Oh well. And then I started watching the Frankenstein Chronicles. That's a TV show, but I haven't gone very far in it. So I can't really speak to its merit yet, but it has Sean Bean in it, and I love Sean Bean. So that was pretty much the deciding factor in if I wanted to watch or not. Then onto music. So I guess the biggest song that I found this month that I've been listening to a lot would be Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, and I made a whole video about that, so you can find that somewhere. Then some songs from Mean Streets that maybe I didn't think I have heard before, but like I didn't really think about them much, would be Be My Baby by the Ronettes. Then there's Please Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes. And then there's Tell Me by the Rolling Stones. Tons of great music in this movie, Mean Streets. But those are the songs that like really stuck to me. And then another song that's like not new at all, but I hadn't really heard it, would be Half of My Heart with John Mayer. And then Taylor Swift. You know, anytime Taylor Swift, like anytime I discover a new song of hers, like I'm like, wow, how did I not know about this before? So yes, I think that's it. I think I talked kind of fast in this video, so sorry about that. It's just been like, I've been pretty productive. So I'm just like, you know, vibing on productive energy. And I just was like, oh my God, I have to make this video. So that's what I did. If you enjoyed it and enjoyed hearing about my month, let me know in the comments below. You can thumbs up the video. Honestly, whether or not you thumbs up the video or tell me if you liked it, I still like making these videos. They're gonna be fun for me to be like, what did I do that month? Like when I'm old and gray or whatever. So I'd be like, that's what I did. So yes. Anyways, stay safe and happy and healthy, and I'll see you on Wednesday, we hope. All right. Bye.